This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Are you ready for plot and upgrades? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Front Mission 4. In the last episode, Daryl and the crew decided to not run away from human suffering as some of the Venezuelan state army was fighting some villagers, and they went in and saved them. And a couple of people decided to help them for their efforts, but unfortunately, their prisoner got away. So, what'll happen with Louis and his cohort? Where will they go from here? Well, let's find out today. And let's find out what Elsa is up to, but got a bit of Daryl's story first. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to... I thought I'd be able to get to the simulation, but then I play tested this earlier, and I was like, I might not be able to get to that. So we'll see what happens. So where'd that girl go? She's gone. That's not good. You think she'll come back to stomp us with her wanzer? Didn't you destroy it? Yeah, it's not like she'll come back. Maybe, though I still can't figure out why they'd want to kill us. Well, at first they thought we were special ops unit, but then they found out we're idiots. That's easy. It's because Schaefer shot a rocket at them. If I was them, I'd kill us too. Well, when you put it that way. ... Come on, Daryl. You know Schaefer isn't worth that many bullets. He's trying to make him feel better, but seriously, if that was the only reason, they wouldn't have come after us this hard. Yeah, I guess you're right. Crap, I forgot what voice I was gonna give Louis. I can't really do a Spaniard's voice. Espanol, what are you talking about? Nah, I can't. I can't keep that on for very long. I'll just give him the Dubro voice. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Then come with us. I can't do the I'll just do the southern voice with her. Then come with us. We need to ask you some questions. I mean, she's in the south, sort of. But, okay, so we can do wanzer setup and pilot setup, but we're pretty much done for combat for the rest of Daryl's chapter until we go back to Elsa. So, but if we want to, okay, I guess I have to wait till I talk to everyone first. And yeah, we can customize Louis and Inez right now, but I'm not going to do that now. We do have to go to the wanzer shop at some point to finish the chapter, but anyway. We should probably talk to those gorillas. Maybe they can help us. Maybe. Okay, he's repeat. Schaefer. They all look like nice people. Poor, but nice. Well, sometimes money isn't solves everything. Although it helps solve a lot of things. These people were driven from their homes with ideas. Not only did he take all that we had, but he branded some of us enemies of the state for little more than criticizing its tyrannical ways. That's usually how tyranny works, You criticize them, and they're like, "Nope, I don't want to hear the truth. It's not as if this village belonged to La Alianza. We just helped them out because they protect us from Diaz and the state army. I'd help them too if they helped us, if they protected me. So, you want a wanzer here? You couldn't have come at a better time. The wanzer system is in town today. You must have heard something that Louis and his people come here. Why did you go see if he has anything for you? Is that a clue to actually talk to now? Oh, sorry. She said different dialogue. Sorry. This village may be poor, but we are doing all right. We harvest enough food for everyone and even have a school for the children. Oh, that's nice. Oh, now we can talk to the wanzer shop. Hey, you! What are you doing here? We went the way you told us to go, and this is where we ended up. Oh, what? But that's not possible. What do you mean? Are you telling us you gave us wrong directions on purpose? No, forgive me. I thought that if the UCS came to this village, I'd lose business. My biggest customers is Alianza, you see. I know I gave him the Duper voice earlier, but I've got to change it now that I've given Louis that voice. What are we going to do with him? Well, I guess business is business. No hard feelings. Just don't do it again, okay? Just don't lie to us again. Usually for most people, if you lie to someone, that's pretty much Dunyan rings for them. They're like, if you lie to me once, never trust him again, that type of thing. But Daryl's a more calming sort, so he's fine with that. We also get a new thing called the computer shop. I'll talk about that eventually, but this is a very nice addition to this game for those who want to have super customizable characters. But I'll do that in Elsa's path because that's where I'm going to utilize it first. But keep this in mind when we get to that. So I think we're good. So let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. Raise the roof. Burn it down or something like that. So, you people are UCS supply troops, and while you were attacked by the state army while you were carrying supplies to the main force in Brazil, That is your story? Yeah, that's right. You're pretty smart, boy. Boy? ...
This boy is the leader of La Alliance, Daryl.
What? But he's barely out of his teens. Yeah, it looks like 17 or 18, but man, it kind of reminds me of a lot of other wars, like with revolutionaries and stuff like that. Usually at some point, it's usually like some kid or young hothead who gets things set up, you know. Yes, I'm still a boy, but what she said is the truth. The young, charismatic leader of La Alliance. Enough about me. You people want to go to Brazil, right? What's in Brazil? Well, actually, a lot of things, but yeah. We can take you there if you want. Oh, really? Thanks. Cool. We're both fighting the government, so my enemy's enemy is my ally, right? The UCS is not our ally. I am only aiding you three because you helped us defend the village. What's he so mad about? I mean, we're not even part of the UCS army anymore, not really.
Maybe soldiers like you haven't been told, but the nations of South America have always been abused by the UCS central government, even though we are all equal members of the UCS.
Well, it's like in most people. If the big boys are in charge of the group, they always make the big decisions, you know.
La Alliance's original goal was to fight UCS oppression.
But now you have to deal with the Venezuelan state army. Ha ha! Then why fight the government? Because he was put in power by the UCS, and this is also why he can seize land and money from the Venezuelan people without punishment. No one wanted to fight with the UCS. And unfortunately, that's happened in American history quite often, not just the UCS. I wonder if that's just kind of an amalgamation of real history, because at least as far as I'm aware of in our country, you've like put people in power in multiple places, and like I swear, like 90% of the time, it ends up backfiring on us, or they stop working with us, or they just take over, whatever. And we never learn, our government never learns their lesson, ever. They keep saying, oh, it'll work this time. I swear, and no one in government ever reads history books. You know, it's like, dude, it doesn't work. At least not the way you want it to, anyway. Then why did he declare independence from the UCS? Well, we are unsure, but we heard that might be because the UCS was going to take all the money he stole as taxes. Money, that's where it always comes in.
The rumor is that he has at least $100 million hidden away.
Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Ah, then it's only 1/4?
What is?
Schaefer, quiet you! Never mind him. We have to drive Diaz out of this country no matter what it takes.
But if the UCS wins this fight, they'll only replace him with another puppet.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Nothing will change, and the people will be the ones to suffer.
That is enough, Inez. It is not their fight. I will try to find a route that will take you safely to Brazil. Meanwhile, you're free to move around the village. Make yourself at home. Thanks, we owe you one. It is too bad you're not the UCS president. I know exactly how you could repay us. Sorry, we're not the president. We're just lowly peons. We do not like the UCS much, but we do owe you for helping us protect this village. I intend to repay that debt to you however I can. Helping people does help. I think, anyway. Just seeing if he had new dialogue.
Some of the people here are wanted by the UCS as well.
Oops. Well, we won't tell you. Like I said, we're deserters, so, I mean, we're pretty much, even if we wanted to tell them, it wouldn't behoove us very well, so, alright, let's get out of here. Alright, who else can we talk to? I guess everyone has their own problems. Well, it's not limited to here. I grew up in a village a lot like this. That's why I promised myself I'd find a way to live the easy life. Well, everyone wants to live the easy life, but sometimes the easy life is too boring. You guys have different dialogue? Okay. There are poor people all over the world, but we can't go around helping them all, can we?
I guess they don't like the UCS much around here. I feel like hiding a hole somewhere.
Yeah, I probably would too. That's why when a lot of Americans, like a lot of other nations don't like my country. So like when a lot of Americans go to like foreign nations, they usually say they're Canadian, so they don't get they don't get like mocked or messed with or anything like that. These people here were driven from the homes with you. Okay, he's repeating himself. Okay, I was just saying that new dialogue. I guess just Schaefer and Rangiz had different dialogue. So, all right, let's go to the school. Why not? Let's bug the children. Hey, wow, I can't remember the last time I was at school. Were you really ever in school, Daryl? Really?
Who are you, mister?
We're friends, Louise. Louise don't mind us.
Oh, you know Louise?
You! I gotta remember. I was trying to figure out what voice I wanted to give this guy, like, you, what do you think you're doing here? I could give him the, I want to give him, like, a deep voice, but without being, like, you, what do you think you're doing in here?
Professor!
Professor? A teacher? You are the ones who are fighting in the village earlier, aren't you? Well, if the fighting's done, why don't you leave and take those Inferno machines with you? Hey, take it easy, Teach. If it wasn't for us, the village would have been wiped off the face of the earth. You people are alike. You think guns are the answer to all problems. I guess soldiers aren't welcome here. Anyone carrying a gun is scum, I say. Get out! ... Man, that guy's pissed.
Hey, mister. Who, me? Will you play with me?
That's creepy. ... Go ahead. ... Yeah, go ahead. What, Chafer's like a kid, too? He kind of acts like a kid sometimes.
All right, let's go. Let's go!
You know, for a teacher, you don't carry yourself like a civilian. Who are you? I'm just an ordinary old man. Really? Weren't you ever taught not to ask stupid questions? Besides, it's none of your business. ... Well, I mean, he has a voice in this game, but if I could give him a celebrity voice, I think either maybe Keith David or some James Earl Jones action. Yeah. I have nothing more to say to you soldiers like you. Leave this village at once. Yeah, why does he hate soldiers like once? I wonder if he, guns and violence. I wonder if he was part of the machine at one point, like the war machine. I wouldn't be surprised. But let's leave him to his own devices. Daryl. What is it? Did that kid hurt himself? No, he's fine. Just come and look. Oh ho, she's a looker. She doesn't look like she's from around here.
You're not from this village, are you? In those uniforms, you're UCS Army.
You're not from this village either, right? What brings you here?
I'm looking for Louis. Is he around?
Louis is in that house over there. Louis. I keep saying Louis, but it's Louis. Well, I'll think about how I pronounce it.
Thanks, bye.
Who is she? I don't know, but she's not Venezuelan either. That's probably nothing. Anyway, let's see how everyone in the EC is doing in the Durandal. It's been a while. And this concludes the summary of the attack on the Polish resource base. Do you have anything to add, Glacier? Sirs, if I dare to request the immediate disbandment of the Durandal and the removal of Vice Minister Ellison from office. Even though both parties had information regarding an imminent attack on the base, they purposely neglected to alert the proper authorities and took matter into their own hands. Their foolhardy actions are responsible for the current resource crisis, and they should take full responsibility. Now just wait a minute, Glacier. While that way they handled matters may have been problematic, they didn't manage to predict the attack, didn't they? Then why didn't they report their findings to me? I am in charge of the investigation, am I not? They disagree with your theory, though do not think the UCS is responsible for the attacks. Yeah, I changed his voice too, I know. You see, that is exactly the problem. They would rather try to prove their own delusional theories than to face the facts, and this is what's caused this catastrophe. Listen, Glacier, were it not for them, the resource base would have been completely destroyed. If they had not aided the Polish army in defending the base, it would have taken the EC 8 years to rebuild it instead of 2. I keep changing the voice, I know. Had they been told me, the EC armies would have defended the base. We would not have had to rebuild anything. The Durandal is also responsible for crossing the German border without authorization. Not only that, but they opened fire on the Blair Naval when they tried to stop them. Normally, such actions would be considered acts of terrorism. Now, wait a minute, they... Stop it, both of you. This is not the court of justice. Mr. Hoffa, as Prime Minister of Poland, what is your opinion on this matter?
I do praise the Durandal's actions, but our army has also suffered casualties.
I can't do the same voice for everyone, folks.
I cannot truly disagree with Mr. Glacier's proposal.
All right, then let us come to a decision. The Durandal is banned from engaging in any activities until further notice. Our official announcement will state what we believe the UCS is also behind the attacks on the resource base. I leave Miss Ellison's fate to you, Mr. Nolan. Do you have any objections? No, Mr. Chairman. Then this meeting is over. Good day, gentlemen. Well, that's bad news for us. What can we do now? Looks like political red tape has stopped us at this point. The UCS has fired a verbal salvo at the EC Assembly in the ongoing war of words between the two superpowers. The Assembly's recent press release, which alleges UCS responsibility for the German base attacks, was openly denounced by UCS President Clift. Clift classified the release as an open attack on his nation's credibility and promised to respond with armed force if the allegations were not retracted. Well, hold on there, cowboy. As for the resource crisis currently threatening the nation of Europe, the Assembly has yet to respond to an offer made by the Republic of Zaftra to reestablish trade relations. Interesting. What does that mean, though? Oh, hello. It's been a while since I've done Elsa's voice, so... Hello. Elsa, what are you doing here? You know that the Durandal's activities have been suspended indefinitely. I could ask you the same question. I needed to take a walk. I couldn't sleep. You know you don't have to feel responsible for what's happening. Excuse me, ladies. Question mark dot. Or exclamation mark. Who are you? Hey, you're the secretary we met in Germany. I am no one's secretary. I am a Durandal pirate. I like it just keeps messing with her. And I ask you questions. Who are you? Where are my manners? I apologize. My name's Lancaster. Frederick Lancaster. He's a freelance journalist. Wait, how did you get in here? Well, journalists have their ways, I guess. He's fought in wars, you know. Oh, that was easy. Security's really lax. What's with the suspension and all, Miss... Elsa, you're a member of the Durandal team that was in Poland? How did you get that information? Hey, I'm not your ordinary journey, you know. I have my sources. What intrigues me, though, is how you were able to predict the attack on the resource base. I hope you find our security guards as intriguing because I'm calling them right now. Whoa. Hold on a minute. I didn't just come here in here to ask questions. I have some info you people might be interested in. Info? Yeah, that's right. How about a trade? Fine. Tell us what you know first. I don't think that's how that works in trade negotiations. Usually you give them a little bit of tidbit and then they give them and then back and forth. Anyway, not here. You might sick security on me if I told you. Where do you propose we go then? Let's go to the pub outside the base. I have a bodyguard waiting for me there. Well, I was going to say something, but what do you think? All right, let's go. Oh, why not? What else we got to do? We're suspended right now, so. Which one is your bodyguard? You know I can't tell you that, but don't worry. He's watching us, so don't do anything rash. What will you do will depend on your information. Well, let's talk to everyone to see. Let's talk to Nick. Latona, how you been? Why don't you sit down? I'll buy you a drink. Who is this? Nick. He works for one of the wanzers manufacturers that sends us products to test. I am sorry, Nick, but we are a little busy right now. Ah, come on. I thought we could talk about that gear you were interested in today. Maybe some other time. Is that? Are they flirting? I'm not sure. Always good to see you, Latona. Catherine? What does the Durandal do, I wonder? They don't look like soldiers, but they have monsters and the security guards carry weapons. It's a mite scary for folks living around here. Maybe. Okay, just saying there's repeating himself. This is a lonely town before the Durandal built their base here. It's leveled up quite a bit since then. Yeah. Well, I guess so, I don't know. Hey, Durandal customers, always welcome. Just don't skivvy at the floor. Okay, anyway. Let's talk to Frederick. Alright then. First, let's recap what's happened. Just tell us what you know. No. Whoa. Not so fast. Don't you know the meaning of give and take? It doesn't mean I give you and you take. Excuse my friend, Monsieur Lancaster, but tell us how much you know of what happened. This is what I know. The German bases were attacked so the assailants could gain access to the new resource base and destroy it. That attack would have been impossible without the help of a German military insider, and I know that the only party capable of carrying out and profiting from that operation would be...
The Republic of Zaftra? There's not sufficient proof to blame Zaftra. Didn't we get some information that may have pointed them in that direction? Latona? Wait, calm down, Lieutenant Latona. Vasileva Latona Vasileva the Zaftran army. I mean, ex-lieutenant. Ah, there's the kicker. Lieutenant? You didn't know? It's not exactly a secret, is it? There's no reason for secrecy. I have nothing to hide. Then why didn't you tell your friends about that? Well, in any case, my educated guess is that Zaftra is responsible. If the EC falls into a resource crisis, it would have to rely on imports from either the UCS or Zaftra. That's probably why some people would believe the UCS was involved. How can you be certain the UCS isn't involved? The EC government says it's proof that the UCS is responsible. And sometimes people use scapegoats or excuses. The UCS doesn't need the income from the exports to the EC. On the other hand, Zaftra's economy has been in a steep decline ever since the EC stopped importing from them. That makes sense. But there are other things I don't understand. Why would anyone in the German military have reason to help Zaftra? Why didn't the Zaftrans head directly to Poland instead of attacking the German bases? They had someone on the inside. If they had someone on the inside helping them. True. My gut tells me they're planning something bigger. And if you ask me, it's probably more bad news. What I need from you is confirmation. I want you to tell me if my guesses are right. And I promise that whatever you tell me stays confidential. But we believe there is a strong possibility the Republic of Zaftra is responsible for the attacks. Latona! Elsa and her team found evidence that could have proved it, but it's gone. Glacier must have destroyed it by now. Zaftra is my homeland, but I cannot doubt my friends. That is difficult for me. Yeah, sometimes you can't just take your homeland to your loyalty to your homeland, because usually you may be loyal to your homeland, but your government doesn't give a damn. I'm sorry, I was being inconsiderate. Do not worry. So what is this information you have for us? Give and take, yes. You know a certain Wagner of the Blair Abel? Yes. He may be a Zafran convert agent. What? Zaftra has been sending spies to other countries for decades. Well, I guess Zaftra is not the only country to do that, but the quality of their spies is top-notch. Finding spies has been my life's work ever since I was involved in a certain incident. Are we gonna play the pronoun game now? Don't worry, Latona. I know you're not a spy. Spies don't make it public knowledge that they have military experience in their country of origin. Frederick, do you have concrete evidence that Vauldemare is a spy? Actually, no, but I know I'm right. That's all the info I have right now. Well, I guess that worked. Whoever's responsible, I'll find them. Well, at least we got a ally in a journalist and whatever else, a spy finder and all that, so I was just double checking to see. Okay, just making sure. Well, back to base, I guess. I appreciate you two taking the time to listen to me. I'm going to stay here a little while. I need to think about a few things. Now that we are done, why didn't you tell us who your bodyguard is? I bet he didn't have one. My bodyguard? Tell you the truth, I never hired one. I thought so. Are you going to sick security on me now? No, not today. Monsieur Lancaster, but I think you should refrain from thinking our headquarters from now on. Don't worry. I promise I won't. Does he? I don't know about that. Wagner, a spy. But how can we prove it? Elsa! Hermes, weren't you supposed to be on vacation? There was something I wanted to check on before I left. And boy, did I hit Peter. Come with me to the briefing room, quick. I can't get my nerdery going on. What is the rush? I'll explain later. Okay, so we gotta go to the briefing room. Or we could go to the hangar and actually customize our characters. Oh boy, this is going to be a big one, folks. Yeah, we're going to save Hermes' explanation for next time. We'll probably do that and the simulation or something like that, because, yeah, simulation will probably take me another, like, 30 minutes to an hour, so we might not be doing that. So we got a lot of setup now that we're in the next section here, because we got a whole new set of equipment and skills to unlock. So, well, let's get to it. We're not going to sit here all day, so. All right. So, Elsa, we don't need to do anything with you currently. But for Zed, we want to go ahead and rank you up to rank 5. And we want to buy AP and AP charge. And we also want to get his missile level up one more. Max it out. Yeah, baby. Alright. So that's it for him. And then for Latona, we'll save everyone else's for now. But for Latona, we'll buy rank 5. And we're going to buy her melee level +1.
And then we're going to buy some stuff for Bosch, but now we're going to get to the point where I need to show you about the computer shop, which just popped up here. Well, the game will also explain it as well. You can purchase ability sets for each of your pilots at computer shops. These abilities can be learned by using each pilot's EP. Pilots can obtain abilities that are otherwise unavailable to them by purchasing these sets. Other attributes such as AP and weapon proficiency levels can also be increased. However, these ability sets are optional. Your pilot's abilities can be sufficiently enhanced through computer upgrades. So you could play the rest of the game and not do these computer upgrades if you want to just build on your character's initial growth through their basic computers and everything like that. However, certain characters and the way they're used aren't very efficient, if that makes sense. Like Bosch as is, he's supposed to be kind of like a fast speed recon guy who's supposed to, like, you know, carry the sensor backpack and maybe not do a ton of damage. He's supposed to, like, support Zed initially, but that's not very efficient from a combat standpoint. So, because Zed, if you build him up enough, you can get enough AP out of him to move around the map without the help of a sensor backpack. So what we're going to do with Bosch is we're basically going to make her kind of almost a copy of Elsa, really, at this point. So, so what we want to do for Bosch is, by buying this, it basically sets it into his computer, because then at any point when I get enough EP, I can buy this. So this is a way for those who maybe want to change what your characters do. You can buy them all the stuff. You just need a lot of money. So unfortunately, that means either saving your money and for situations with the computer shop, or grinding out money. So, but I'm trying to do the most minimal amount of grinding in the game for those who want to just kind of play the game, but maybe not efficiently. Maybe the way I'm doing it may not be the most efficient way to do it, but it's working so far for the most part. So, but anyway, we want to buy Bosch the assault skills set, and then we also want to buy him the, I believe it's the skill slots as well. And then I think we could buy more, but and you see how it's red. That means I can't buy it again. It's set to his computer. So okay. Anyway, okay, that's all we're gonna do now, because we need to also upgrade our mechs too, which I'm not even gonna be able to upgrade everyone completely until I do like a couple of battles off screen. So all right, let's go back to the pilot setup so we can finish setting up Bosch. So now he's got all these new abilities. He's got, oh boy. But anyway, for now, all we want to do is we want to buy some skill slots from him. And then we want to buy double shot and rapid fire 2 for now. Okay, then we want to set those skills down, and we'll leave feign on. Double shot and rapid fire. So enough for all that. Okay, now it's time to set up our wanzer setup. We've got quite a few options here to go in the shop now. For the most part, like, I'm still going to change a lot of stuff, but like those gust arms that I got, I'm going to keep those. Those are actually really, at least until like the next equipment upgrade, they're really good for just ranged accuracy. Like, yeah, I've missed, but their range accuracy is better than a lot of stuff you can get right now, and it comes with a weapon, so. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to build everyone up fully yet. But we do have a couple new build sets if you want to just auto do this, just like, you know, buy, boom, melee, and all this other stuff. Man, that guy's stocky. And then the experiment mechs and stuff like that. So, but anyway, we're going to buy some parts for Elsa. So, yeah, we got all these new mechs now, like different HP. Most of them are going to be basically have more HP. Maybe more weight depending on how it goes. But, you know, this is why you kind of have to kind of look at, see like what you want to buy and how you want to do it and everything like that. But yeah, most of these are going to be a supreme upgrade, except for in a few rare circumstances. So anyway, we're going to put Elsa in a cicada. So it's got not a whole lot of extra weight, a whole lot of HP, and a decent amount of power. And then we're going to leave her left arm on the gust. Like I said, it's good for its ranged accuracy. It still does a decent amount of damage. Yeah, it won't get like the 17 or 18 damage as from the current weapons, but it'll work for now. So anyway, we're gonna give her arm to the cicada 2 as well, because like I said, a little bit of extra HP and weight, but it gives a little bit extra hit. We always want to be able to hit better. And then for legs, you know, we got quite a few options here, but for her, we're gonna give her the tattoo or tato or however you pronounce it. A little bit more extra HP, a little bit more weight, and extra evasion, which is, you know, gets us set up to 43%. So yeah, it's all about trying to improve our percentages as much as we can to try and evade as often as we can. So this is why I have to set up the way I do. So all right, and then the only thing, and then we'll buy her a new upgrade for her shotgun. So we're gonna give her the Castrate X on that. Castrate X, XXX. Let me see if I can sell some stuff over here. I usually, if you have a choice, hold off on selling actual equipment. And unfortunately, I did sell a couple of pieces of equipment that I shouldn't have at this point, but it's not going to break the builds or anything like that. So you can probably afford to sell like weapons and stuff like that. So since we don't need the castrate, I'm going to go and sell that, get a little extra cash. Okay, anyway, let's go Zed or Zed. Zed, we want to put you in a, since you're still going to be our missiler, because that's not going to change at all, we're going to put you in the rat mount. A nice amount of HP, weight, and power there. And then we're going to give, we're not going to do anything for your arms, because arms are there to improve hit, but missiles always hit no matter what. So there's no reason to change out your arm. Well, okay, technically you can change out his arm for more HP, but right now I don't think it's required. We can hold off on that. So, and the fact Zeke isn't really supposed to be getting smacked anyway. If you're playing things right, he's not supposed to be the target of anyone's aggression. So, and then the legs, we're going to give him the Merry Raids or whatever. Mainly because it'll give him more evasion, because it's always nice. But although with his evade, he can't really evade anything anyway. But really, the big reason is the move. We always want to make sure that Zed. This is why we're also maxing out his AP and his charge, so he can always be. You can always move a full his full movement and still shoot. That's the point of his build, is like that. So, and then we're gonna give him some new shoulder weapons, one on both arm. We're gonna do the, now you could do like the sunlight or the peas. I prefer the piz or peas, whatever. Don't peas on me. But anyway, we're gonna do that for both shoulders, and we're gonna go and sell the old missiles, because we don't need that. So get a little extra cash. I've been considering selling the Galbados, but I'll hold off on that for now. Actually, I could probably sell the sensor backpack and the Firefly backpack, because I'm never actually going to use those. That'll give me a little extra cash. So okay. Let's see. Zed. So Zed's good. I have to look at, the reason I'm pausing every once in a while, I have to look at my notes. So Hermes, I think right now we're let's see, we want to buy the Giza 2 body for him. It's a little bit less on HP and weight, but I mean, sorry, it's a little bit less HP, but it reduces weight a bit, and it's going to give us a high evasion. Improve it so he actually can start to evade, although he's still not supposed to be the first to go into a fight. But and then on his legs, we want to give him, well, there's two options you can do on Hermes on his legs. We could either do the Tatau or Myriad, depending on how I want to do this. Because I get more, if I do the Tatau, I can, if I do the Myriad, I get a little bit of extra evasion, but mainly I get the move, so it means he can keep up with like Elsa and everyone else, so he can always be healing. Or if I want to put him more into combat, I could give him the evade, so he can actually start to evade attacks in the future. That's a tough one. What's the cost on both of those? I do like being able to have a decent amount of movement, although his AP growth still isn't as good. But if I have the Tau, I can at least avoid stuff. Yeah, it's a tough one. I might go with the Myriad right now because it's cheaper and I get the weight. I mean, not so much the like I said, I might get a little extra money later on and change them out to the Tatau, but we'll do that for now. The thing is, for we need to do something different for his arm, because I was supposed to originally, what I wanted to do is I wanted to put the Valiant F on his arm for basically the HP without being too weighty, but unfortunately I accidentally sold that at the beginning of the game, and I didn't want to replay the game just to do that. So if you do still have the Valiant F armor, that I believe, or Valiant F arm, I think, I'm trying to remember who actually originally had that. I think it was Zed who had that originally. So, but anyway, I need to swap out, before I finish Hermes, I need to swap out his arms. I need to swap out his Giza arm, because another case of I messed up a little bit. I forgot to buy another left arm, or yeah, I forgot to buy another left arm Giza arm, and unfortunately you can't go back and buy old pieces at least at this time. So for Hermes, I'm going to swap out his his left arm to his right arm is basically what I'm doing. So left arm. I don't really have a whole lot of. Well, I could wait till I finish Bosch's stuff and then swap out his arm. Actually, you know what? Right now I'm gonna swap it out right now, but I'll come back and change it later because I want to put the gust on one of his arms. So, and I'll come back later because I think I might give him Latona's old arm or maybe even Bosch's old arm. So let's go back to the Wanzer shop again. Yeah, let's copy or let's change out Latona. So Latona, we want to give you the Cicada 2 for basically all the buff and everything, and a little bit more evasion. Power, power is good for her and that. So the Cicada, then arms. We also want to give her arms Cicada as well. I think that's the best to hit percentage that you can get from her, and so we can hit, and it's decent HP and everything like that. So do that on both arms. On both arms. Then the legs, we want to give her the tatau because we want to make sure. Now it's not, in this case, it's one of the few cases where her old legs aren't going to be as good because you do lose a little bit of movement in this case, but I think the evasion is, at this point, is better, I think. So we're going to give her the tatau legs. And if you have the money, you want to swap out both of her arms for the hard rods. But I'm gonna see if I have enough money first. So let's go to Bosch, and I need to swap out. Oh yeah, I actually need to go to Wanzer setup again and swap out his arms. Because basically, because of the double shot thing and everything, we want to give Bosch both of the gust weapons for both arms. So okay, and then actually I might give Hermes on his left arm, give him the old. She might give him the. But that would lose. Well, I'm not hitting anything with that arm anyway, so. Yeah, I might do that. So. Yeah, we'll leave that as is for now. So. Okay, and then after that, and then all we have to do with Bosch is we're going to leave everything, the rest of him for now anyway, and we're going to give him just the Cicada 2 body piece. So, Cicada. So we do have. Okay, and then we do. I think I do have the money for both. Whoops, I want to go to weapons. Yeah, I do have money for hard rod on both arms. So. We're building him similar to that one guy, Vavilov or whatever his name is. So okay, so yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then we'll finish the episode up here pretty soon. I'm just gonna finish the last bits of my. Because we're basically going to set up for the simulation in next episode. So, so to prepare for the next episode, set everyone's armor to impact. So let's do that really quick. Impact. Okay, and I think. Oh, and I also want to change my links as well, slightly. Elsa, I need to set your support link. Your attack one, I need to set back to your left arm for this. And then set links. Let's see. I need to get rid of, I think it was Zed. I need to unlink him finally, and then make. Oh right, I have to remove. For some reason, it doesn't automatically remove the defense link, so you have to do that. So yeah, let's have Bosch now 2 unlink there, and I think that's the only thing. Oh yeah, I need to change Hermes' support action because I had to change his arm out, so I have to change it to the right arm. So let me double check my skill or my sets really quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, and before we call it episode, I want to show off the computer shop again, and actually talk about like what abilities you can buy and stuff like that. So one thing to consider, depending on how you want to build it, is I don't think you can buy them just yet. Oh, there it is. EP. One way, if you have the money, one thing you might consider doing. I'm not going to do this, but this may be one thing you might consider is buying like support skills and unlocking EP plus for those who don't have it. So that's a way for you to get a bit more EP without having to grind too much. The only problem is the cost of money. That's one way to do it. And then obviously AP charge skills and stuff would be good for those who want really good AP movement and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm trying to do this where you don't have to grind too much. I know when I first played the game, I did do that. I did grind money in EP so I could buy like every skill and just like super customize my dude. But if you know what you're doing, you don't have to go super insane over like buying every single thing in the game. So I think we'll call it right there. So we got a decent amount of plot and we customized our mechs for the next load action. So how will we, what information does Hermes have? And can we beat this new simulator with our souped up gear? Find out next time in the next episode of Front Mission 4. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.